Hi, and welcome to orientation for the 2015-2016 school year. This orientation is set up for kindergarten through 5th grade students, so we'll do some information specific to that level. Our orientation course is designed to review essential elements to being a successful online learner with OHDELA. At OHDELA, every one of our courses provides two key styles of learning opportunities: live classes and self-directed learning in Blackboard. This orientation will use both styles. As you can see, our orientation course has a variety of lessons. Some lessons we will cover today during this recording, while others will be reviewed by you and your student in a self-directed learning format prior to the first day of school. Our live course today will review the following lessons. So we're going to jump right in, taking a look first at the hub. So that's what you see now. This is our hub, our main page. Our hub is considered the front door to our school. Your student must log in through this website daily to access his or her curriculum. Once a student logs in, he or she will click the following link to find his or her classes. So let's take a look. You're going to see some different announcements on the very main hub screen. And you can scroll down, see all of the various boxes, different things that are going on, help desk information, attendance line, and our student calendar and handbook are available as well as downloads. So if we scroll back up, we'll find the login box, and here's where you're going to log in using your OHDELA student username and password. Once you're in, you can access different news and events. You can see there's some different things here. It looks a little different than the main hub page. But you still have some basic announcements going on. Your downloads again are available here, and you'll notice that there are different tabs up at the top. Right now we're on the News and Events tab. To access your courses, you're going to click on My School. Okay. Over here you'll see My Groups. That's where you'll access the student orientation group. And over here you'll see My Classes. This is where you'll see reading, math, science, or social studies. You'll also see your report card, tools, orientation links, and other announcements as well when you click on My School. Another tab up at the top right is My Messages. That's your course mail, which we'll review during this recording, and the library that you have access to. So once in here, you are going to want to click on Student Orientation 2015-16. Up at the top left corner here, you're going to see different links. First link that you want to click on is Lessons. This is going to be where you can access the orientation lessons that we talked about in the self-directed learning. You're going to click here. You can see our OHDELA bot. He's our mascot for the school year, welcoming you to the 2015-16 school year. So you can go ahead and click on OHDELA orientation lessons. We're going to walk through each of these now. This is what you'll do independently. So I'm just going to briefly review kind of a preview of each of the videos, some slides, people that you can get in contact with for specific questions or concerns. And then after you watch this, you need to go in, back up to My School, Student Orientation. Then you're going to click on Lessons. You see the OHDELA bot will take you right into these lessons. You'll go through each of these lessons, and at the end you'll have just a brief orientation quiz to take to show you, to let you know if you understand the components of our school, and it'll also let the teachers know that you went through the orientation process. So it's important that you complete that quiz at the end. So we'll start right here. We have a welcome video from Mr. Fox. You can take a look at that. So anywhere where you click over, press play. Up here you can navigate by clicking onto the next page, or you can click over here as well on what you'd like to look at. This page tells you how to use your Chromebook. So it's a nice little video that gives you a guide on how to use your Chromebooks. The next page is an overview on Google accounts and Google Drive. Since most of you are using Chromebooks now, there are a lot of Google applications that we will be using throughout the school year to complete assignments, turn in assignments, do various projects. So it's important that you understand how these tools work, and so you know where to access your Google accounts and your Google Drive. This video will show you how to do that. So here's a little video again about the Hub and Parent Portal. It's important that parents are checking this daily in addition to their students. So it's important, parents, that you get in there, look for announcements, look for specific messages that maybe the teacher sends only to you as a parent and not to the student. So you do want your students logging in each day, and parents, we would like you to log in each day to check for new announcements and course mail as well. All teachers will have a home page. You should check this page to find out when your teacher is offering live classes and when your teacher has live help sessions. This also will show you where the staff contact information is and how you can get a hold of them. So teacher home pages, you'll see when you first log into your courses how to navigate that. And it'll give you all the information you need about your teachers and how to get in contact. So with that, we talk a lot about communication. It's really important in this environment where we don't get to see your students daily that we keep up communication. So it's on your end and our end, of course, that you keep up with us and keep in touch. So we have communication and course mail. This video goes through how you will look at the course mail. How do you get to it? Okay, how do you access course mail? How do you send mail? So course mail is our email. Here's a preview of the page. You can go to My Messages to get to course mail, or over on the left-hand side you can click on course mail. Okay. If you have new messages, they'll be in the inbox. You can also see your sent messages. You would just click on the inbox to view new messages. If you'd like to create a message to your teacher to ask about something, you would say create message to, choose your teacher's name, put it over into the recipients box. Make sure you have a clear subject so the teacher knows what you are asking for. So perhaps you would say math assignment question. You would then type in the box your question. Okay, so you would ask them, how do I complete the assignment, for example. If you need to attach a picture or something else to go along, maybe there's something you'd like to submit to your teacher, you can do that through the attachment. That's again course mail over on the left side, My Messages up at the top. It's important that you're checking course mail each and every day, sometimes throughout the day, numerous times, to make sure that your teacher didn't send something important to you. Live classes and self-directed learning is how we'll work through the school year this year. So live classes are an opportunity for your student to receive group instruction with your teacher, as well as help sessions, the live help, in a smaller group environment. You need to check your student's teacher's homepage for specific live class schedule. And leadership and teachers at OHDELA highly encourage your student to attend all live learning sessions unless your student is progressing through his or her coursework ahead of pace. Self-directed learning is when your student continues through work and her classes on an individual basis. So that would take place right here in Blackboard. That's what the self-directed learning is. So when they go in, they watch Compass lessons or video instructional lessons, then they complete learning activities that go along with it, both on the computer and hands-on, so that they're getting off the computer for a little while as well. And then they'll complete their assessments in there too, to show the teacher where they are. That allows them to go at their own pace, which brings us into the next lesson, pacing at the elementary school level. You can click play to watch this video within your Blackboard orientation course there to see how we're going to pace. Elementary K-5 has units set up with lessons as well. Units are anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks worth of work. Again, you can work at them at your own pace. And then lessons underneath each unit are about a week's worth of work. So that gives you an idea of what you need to be completing. You can move ahead, that's encouraged. And if you need a little help, then that's when you would contact your teacher for help sessions. The role of the advising team. If you click on here, it'll open up a Google Doc for you that gives you all the information you need about our advising team. In kindergarten through 5th grade, our advisor is Mrs. Geely, and she can be reached at our 800 number with the extension 80087. And with this recording, you can pause if you need to, if you want to jot that information down. She's who you contact if you need information or help logging into Blackboard, finding student work, grades, teacher contact information, and more. She's a great person of contact for our K-5, as she is our advisor. We're going to skip over high school graduation, go into attendance. There's a video here as well as some more Google slides that we can take a look at that review the importance of our school day. How many hours do we need to get in? So much like any other school, OHDELA requires that you work 6 hours each day on your schoolwork. Attendance is taken on every school day. It's done through logging into Blackboard. It's essential that your student logs in daily and accesses his or her curriculum. If your student does not log in, he or she will be marked absent unexcused unless you provide a valid excuse. If your student is absent unexcused for 18 consecutive school days, your student will be withdrawn for truancy. If your student's going to be absent for any reason and you're unable to log into Blackboard for that day, you need to make sure that you contact our attendance coordinator, Mrs. Jennifer Lawrence. We have an attendance hotline as well, and you'll see that information when you log in. So if you need to pause and jot down that information, you can email her or call the attendance hotline to notify her that your student may not be logging in that day so that she can put it in as an excused absence. Help desk, of course, is our tech help, so make sure you give them a call. Again, at our 800 number, there's an option there to put in a ticket if there's something going on. So if you have an issue with your computer or anything like that, you need to give the help desk a call right away. If there's no ticket in for that specific issue, there's no way they can help you fix it, and that will not be excused for missing schoolwork. So you got to get that ticket in to say, we're working through this, and as soon as it's fixed, we can get right back into our classes. So you want to make sure that's the first thing you do when you have a technical issue is to contact the help desk. Our student calendar is available here. It gives a little video again too, a preview as to what's going on with our calendar, some new testing dates that have been added now that the Ohio Department of Education has let us know about our testing. So 3rd through 5th graders will be doing state testing in April, and our 3rd grade students will be doing the 3rd grade reading guarantee test in December. So you can take a closer look at that as well. Student handbook's important. Make sure that you download it here, take a look at it, and preview it so that you know the expectations overall at OHDELA. You want to make sure you get in there, check that out, and complete any forms that may be tied to that handbook. Testing overview. So lots of questions as we go through the school year with our testing. Our school growth testing measure is MAPS testing, and some of you may be familiar with that. So we'll be doing our MAPS testing in the fall, winter, and spring 3 times throughout this school year. So there's some information about that, and before you get started, we'll make sure you know where to go to complete your MAPS testing. State testing is something different. That's also required for the Ohio Department of Education here at OHDELA. You will be taking state tests, and again, that's on the school calendar. So you'll see that in December, 3rd grade will be doing their reading tests, and in April, 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be taking their state tests. So it gives a little more information now that Ohio Department of Education has released their testing information for this school year. Okay. Communication, again, is key at OHDELA, so you want to make sure that you're providing up-to-date contact information for us to have on file with the school. So I want you to watch this video, see where you need all this contact information, who you need to send it to, especially if something changes. So it gives you the information for Miss EDA. She is our EMIS coordinator, and she'll make sure that that information is updated right away so that we always have current, up-to-date information. She's also who you will turn in your forms for proof of residence and income survey. So make sure you get those turned in to D-Day. If you have any questions, you can contact her at that contact information. Last on here is our internet reimbursement and My Choice program. So if you've been with us for a little while, you'll notice how the My Choice program does increase each year. So you want to take a look at that, see where you can, how do you get that money reimbursed? Where do you get that money? Which supplies and school things qualify underneath the My Choice account? Also to get your reimbursement for internet. All right, last but not least, then is our quiz. So you're going to go through the orientation quiz to show us that you walked through the whole process. So you want to make sure that you go through that orientation quiz, complete that, and have it done so that we can say, oh, they're ready to get started with school. So that's the important last piece there. That shows us that you've completed the orientation program self-directed learning here in Blackboard. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact your teachers or any of the people that you saw contact information on there about specific questions. We look forward to an awesome school year this year, and we can't wait to get started. Thanks.